Welcome to Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium. At any time the TCU Horned Frogs take the field, they have a standard, a legacy to live up to. One that was established by the likes of Slingin' Sammy Baugh, Davey O'Brien, and LaDainian Tomlinson. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Horned Frogs' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. He's going to bring it out from deep. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
On second down, will they go back to the ground game? He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. It's caught. Whew, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he sing that thing in there?
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Looking to move it through the air. He finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. So, guys, over the last few years, there have been seismic changes to college football. Realignment, name, image, likeness. But one of the biggest changes, the transfer portal.
Yeah, and now guys that are unhappy or in a situation where they see something that they'd rather be in, now you can leave, and there is no penalty. So a lot of recruiting, Jesse, on other people's teams that go on throughout a season.
Yeah, it's 365, and it's a lot of pressure on coaches to re-recruit their own players as well to try to keep those rosters intact. But the transfer portal completely flips rosters upside down. One team that struggles this year, if they get one key addition, it's a team potentially competing for a national championship next season.
The Cornhuskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
And that's a really good job by this defense, because remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker, because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. Got his man on the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Slings it. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Nebraska. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Nebraska 7, TCU 0.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense set on first down. Looking for space. It's Cook. At the 35, he's loose. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
At midfield, he's got room. Can anyone catch him? He's at the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frog. And once he got loose, it was all over. And he puts through the extra point. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Boyd. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep...
Makes the grab on the right. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward. Let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job. Nice execution. First down.
Makes the catch. It's Fedone. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The give out of the gun. Just ran him, just causing wreckage in the secondary. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Tight end finds a soft spot. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
Caught in the backfield, it's Fedone. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Never a doubt. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too.
Open runway ahead. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. He's now up to 75 yards on the ground in the first quarter. What a tremendous start to this season. Explosive plays are great, but you got to finish the deal. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. A first down run in the red zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. They're trying to get to him. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Lloyd. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Wants to throw. It's Raiola using the quick game. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on 1st down from the 30. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah.
Picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. How about that D coming up with a play like that? And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Wake Forest. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. He wants to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
From the gun, running back on the move. Hammers his way across the 10, picks up 4 to the 11. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Delivers to contact. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And this sophomore quarterback just put it out there a little too far.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, TCU 21, Nebraska 10.
1st down to start the drive after the break. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
After misfiring, it's second down. Handoff from the gun. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get there. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Huskers will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Coming after it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
He's there to make the stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right
there. The D thinking bring some heat on third and long from the 44. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Going up top on first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. Flushed out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger. Oh, he's going to take a chance. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Catch in the middle. It's Fidel. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Back open in the middle. They make the stop after the catch. It's still some work to do to pick up that first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll run it from the gun. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Movement here from the tight end. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to surge it in. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And how about the little razzle-dazzle? They try to hand the sweep on 4th down and give it to a wide receiver. The defense was locked in, did a great job seeing it, going, attacking it, and tackling him to the ground. Big 4th down stop by this defense.
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
You gotta have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. They're bringing heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. With the catch, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
And he avoids the tackle with the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And he reels it in inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Not only do you have the big gain and you sort of knock the defense back, but you're also set up in the red zone.
Yeah, they've got this defense on their heels right now after that big play. We talked about this offense being explosive. Now that they're in the red zone, let's see what they dial up next.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Payne. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They'll need urgency and efficiency. 10 seconds left on the clock before halftime. It's 1st and 10. Defense not showing press coverage. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They knock him down, and what a disastrous play for this offense. A loss of 10. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Huskers will kick it off to start the second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. At the 35, he's open. speeding down the left side. The 20. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the stomping has commenced. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Going for the big play, and incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
Offense gets set for second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
TCU 38, Nebraska 17.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Out of the backfield, he's open. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. The Cornhuskers will hustle to the line. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And how nice is it to have a guy that can say, I'm just going to go get the first down. Like, I know I have options. I can do X, Y, and Z, but I'm just going to let me run it, go get the first down, and give myself an extra set of downs.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The deep
Fires toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And then 3rd play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the stick. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Dropping back, it's Raiola. Steps away to find some room. Bought a little time, lets it go. On target. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Getting some heat. And they got him. A sack denies to try to convert on 4th down. Offense working from the pistol. Looking for room. It's Cook. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU! And the punishment has been extended. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to looking for a deep man. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. And the Huskers are in the hurry-up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big
catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Huskers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Feeling some heat. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he makes it a 3-possession game. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
48, Nebraska, 25.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Gonna run it. It's Cook. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And this guy is elite. There's a reason why he starts in this offense. You just saw the speed and the open field running ability on that last play. And this is a guy that is going to be key to the entire season for this offense.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He leaves it with his back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, TCU 48, Nebraska 25.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Well, they get another big run for a 1st down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They are getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
Quick completion to the right. They stop him just a length or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big game. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Snags it. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And the pummeling has started. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Fidel. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down. The Huskers want to pick up the tempo.
Get you some of that. And with that completion, now he's over 400 yards on the day. That's a really...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Cornhuskers have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously
looking for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Line gets set, 1st down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Turns it on in midfield. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. No good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe it's something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
To the air, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Got it! They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal.
You can just see the command this guy has of the offense. He's been picking this defense apart, matriculating the ball down the field. He's now got him in the red zone, close to the goal line. I wouldn't be surprised if they just keep letting him throw it.
He caught it! And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift to concept. It's a fake, and the holder's going to try to throw for it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on 3rd down. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every